Hello. Are we all here? Can we hear me? Hey, egg. It's egg time. We're receiving you. Perfect. Thank you. Hey. It looks great. Thank you. Hey, Lou. Everybody say hi to Lou. Guess what? It's chat man time. Yeah. I'm just gonna paint a gigantic egg for a little bit here. Hate to be the chicken that popped that egg. Yeah. I mean, although if you were a chicken the size to make this egg, you would probably be the most powerful creature on the planet. Giant emu, yeah. But consider also, as much as I like things to be very small, I also like to make film trickery to make me be very small. Egg. Good. Hope Azrai is now Danny DeVito to give us. Yes, may I offer the whole internet a nice egg in these trying times. Is this big egg or small Azrai? Good question. Oh, thank you for following. Hello. I tend to use the absolute cheapest acrylic paint you can buy in bulk possible. Well, I guess I should change our text here. We're not co-working. Prop painting. Yeah. I am new. I love the setup. Hello. Oh, I don't know how to say it. Oh, wait. All tater tots? It's a cool name. Hello. Thank you. I like to theme things. It could be co-working if we also had giant eggs, but sadly we do not. That is tragic. I'm sorry, but soon we'll get to enjoy this nice egg. I had originally painted spots on this egg that were more realistic, and they were kind of like a dark brown. But when you make an egg this size and make the spots a dark brown, it just looks like a really filthy egg. I did not love it, so here we are. Is your paint receptacle a shell? It is. It's a shell, actually, one of many that Lou and I found on a beach. I think this one was Australia. But they're They're real good. Real good little paint pots, I guess. Yep. Looked like a chicken with hygiene problems. Laid the egg. Couldn't do it. So I'm going with a real dark blue instead. And I'm just gonna speckle it. It's gonna be a lot cuter than it is in real life. Nothing too complicated. But if I do finish this egg before, you know, we're here for an hour or so, I have also a giant pearl to paint. At least it will be a giant pearl. That's fun, because you get to use metallics. I love painting with glitter, basically. Let's see here. Make it a little bit irregular. Yeah. I think I remember blotting this with something when I was painting last, but that'll do. Blah. Yeah, I've been using Mod Podge a lot, mixing it with my paint. Actually, I almost forgot to do that right here. Even when you don't really need it for a finish, it helps dry faster. It helps your paint job be like more, what's the word? Resilient. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I am never not surprised by how many actually show up to these things. It's crazy. What are you guys doing here? It's very cool of you. Enjoying the impeccable vibes. Thank you. I obsess over them maybe a little bit. I almost want these to be like Dalmatian spots, just to take them really far out of the filthy poop stain look. Want speckled, not filthy. This is a great break from exam prep. Yeah. Hello, welcome. Exam prep is rough. When I had exams, I would literally record myself reciting the, you know, whatever I needed to know from the syllabus, and I would play it on a loop while I slept out of sheer desperation. Not sure that it worked, but I was out of ideas. Yeah. I think I have paper towels somewhere. Oh, I do. Look at me. I thought I was the only one trying to Inception my way through college. No, sadly. I feel like probably have pretty good company in that club, though. Like anyone who tries that hard at something, I think that's worth some congratulations. Egg. Thank you, it was stressful. Yeah. Your first. I handed in my first. A lot of my fashion project work today. Congratulations. You are in a fashion program. Those are no joke. My school, my art school, California, had an entire separate campus for the fashion department. They were serious. Egg. Mm-hmm. Probably says more about me than I would like to admit that when I saw the shape of water, I like almost violently related to the fish creature. Including the love of just straight boiled eggs. There we go. It's more a nice blue speckle instead of something new. It starts early today, I see. Our boy Clunk, always hungry. My most trusted financial advisor. It's on brand for you, giving with the... Yeah, with the creature with gills. Mm-hmm. Yes. And this was well before I had my gender journey. I was always a Fishman fan? I don't know what you call that. I saw The Creature from the Black Lagoon when I was 13, like the old black and white sci-fi movie. And I didn't know that anyone else on the planet had had such an extreme reaction to it as me until I started seeing Guillermo del Toro's interviews about The Shape of Water. It's like justice and empathy for The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Thank you, finally. My time. I heard we're painting a giant egg and I came running. Hey, hi Dylan. Hi, how are you? Yep, we sure are. Painting big egg. We're painting a really big egg so I can be a really little guy in a story that Lou and I are planning. I already painted a big acorn. Well, it's a big baby acorn. You have to be a little bit forgiving with scale when you're building everything yourself in your basement. Hello, lovely egg. Hi. Thank you. Whoa. What was that? Thank you. Whoa. Do we have doubloons? Mimi, thank you. Let me. I know that Clunk will have something to say about this. Aha. It does seem that we have a bit of a formatting issue with Clunk. But you know what? I'm not sure how to fix it just now. But thank you. Maybe I did fix it. Who knows? I have been trying to automate this stuff a little bit more. And I'm very grateful to you guys for helping me troubleshoot my setup. Unfortunately, tragically, I'm a Mac user, so the entire streaming world hates me personally. I do what I can with what I've got. Getting somewhere. Some egg. Yeah, Macs confuse me. Yeah, they used to be different, I feel, by a lot. Apple used to do a much better job of sort of matching how my own thought process worked. I don't know if that's a neurodivergent thing or what, but just the ability to, at the time, click and drag stuff when you couldn't on PC and things like that, it just made using a computer in general a lot better for me. And then Apple started just, I don't know, disintegrating from the inside out a little. And by then I was trapped. They so don't like to play nicely with any other type of system or anything, so I have been hoping to, at some point, get a refurbished laptop or something, a PC laptop to maybe stream from. Also, oh hello, thank you for following. Also, I can't play the dang pirate game on stream because I have a Mac. And that has been an ongoing crime against me personally. Ooh, have fun at the movies. Oh, Inside Out too. Okay. I hope it's good. Just getting... It's basically like Dalmatian spots almost, although sometimes with eggs, these spots are like more dense in one place than they are in others. So maybe... maybe towards the bottom I'll make it a little crazier. I use to play Windows on my MacBook. It works pretty well. I tried an emulator years ago and it kind of freaked me out, but that seems like a worth another try. Although I'd have to look up how emulators would work with the new Apple silicon chips or whatever crazy stuff they're putting in these things now. Well, hello. Thank you for following. I'll probably have that volume up a little higher than it needs to be, but here we go. Small bird, hello. Welcome to the chat. Painting a big egg. Painting it speckled. So why not? I feel like dragon egg, griffin egg. It's a big old bird egg. The egg is very big, so that the character who holds it will appear very small. I had this idea in my head that if you were very small, you could train birds the way that Chris Pratt's character in Jurassic World trained raptors. And I hadn't been able to get that out of my head, so I literally just... This egg is here for one gag. I'll probably get a lot more mileage than that, but that's why he was born. Man, I can just kind of stamp the color on with the paper towel and it kind of looks better. Well, did you buy the egg or make it? A bit of both. I really like to... Ooh, thank you for following. Wow. So much is happening today. I really like to sort of cheat sculptural shapes by buying large Easter eggs. Or large two-part, like you make your own Christmas ornaments, you know? So the two-part, like, sphere forms and big Easter eggs, and I can get a lot of big shapes out of the way with that. So I bought a huge, like a giant Easter egg, and I put some putty around the seams to make the seams disappear. And sanded it a bunch, smoothed it out, painted it. Thumbelina's ride is now a sparrow in my mind. Yeah. What kind of bird was, I mean, in the film Giacomo? Was he not a sparrow? I feel like that's right. It has a lot more speckles than it needs to. It's okay. I think actually, if I make a couple, if I connect some of these and make them big, that will sort of solve the visual problem I'm seeing here. Not enough variety. Swallow. Giacomo was a swallow. Yes, there we go. Thank you. Yeah, we'll add some bigger spots. Give it a little more variety in these shapes. Chonky. It's looking great, thank you. It's definitely looking a lot better than before when I tried painting it with brown speckles. A few bigger spots will probably also make the egg look smaller. Yeah, I think you're right. One thing an art teacher always tried to impress upon me was Clunk, that's rude. Interrupting is rude. He's hungry, he can't help it. My art teacher always would tell me, don't be afraid to ruin whatever you're working on. Because that's either way, that's when some really good growth happens. And at first I was like, okay, well, you know, you be forced to buy all your own supplies and then tell me that, but eventually I saw the merit. Yeah, that's much better already. Yeah. You know, it is helpful being able to just turn this to the camera and kind of see it from far away. Thank you guys. Vulture. Hi. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to this weird little castle cottage. Painting a giant egg session. Long-time fan. Glad to catch a stream. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Thanks for sticking around. Oh, what do we got? What? Thank you for the doubloons. I cannot see. There we go. Aw. I missed your username. I didn't catch it in time. But thank you. That's very kind. Let's see. I love it when he does the little purrs. Thank you. Clunk is gonna be a happy boy. His insatiable appetite might finally be quelled. Better. The production value is impeccable. Thank you very much. I enjoy production. And when I was on TikTok all the time, I still don't know how I was making as much as I was, but I really loved creating the atmosphere, even if I was only using lights. Practical effects make it more wholesome. Yeah, I think it's more satisfying to watch practical effects in general. Even when maybe they may not be as smooth or whatever as digital, but whenever you can. I also think if you're doing something interactive, I think it's more fun to make something happen in a physical space, even if it's a video after the fact. But those pirate stories and Sunderland really got me through the pandemic, to be honest. Yeah, me too. Yeah, they're a lot of fun. I'm still working on slowly archiving that big chapter of a Sunderland that we all did on TikTok. The same way I've already done it for the first 2 parts of the pirate story. I started with that because it was a bit easier. I just already had so much saved just because I didn't trust TikTok with our work, so I downloaded a whole lot. There's a joy that's been lost with the progress in VFX. Yeah, VFX is more tactile. I have a great deal of respect for digital, but there's a reason the Wizard of Oz effects still hold up to this day. Yeah, I have I think VFX honestly, it's an industry that got particularly taken advantage of, I think, because people saw it as a way to cut costs instead of another art form. I think like the CG stuff in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies was art, and that was one of the last times I remember it being treated that way. Sometimes practical effects can be really, really simple. You don't have to do a lot sometimes. I saw a off-Broadway show, a production of Peter and the Starcatchers, which, go figure. And they used really, really simple effects that were really effective, and they were practical effects, theater. But I think about that production a lot and bringing some of that energy in. I also think really simple practical effects are just accessible in a much more real way for people. At least they can be. So you get into like animatronics. Might even go over this and lighten these up a little bit, or at least some of them. Yeah, Davy Jones's face. Need I say more? It's beautiful. Here's to VFX houses joining to unions. Yeah, please. I can't wait. I always have a soft spot for puppetry. Handspring, Jim Henson, etc. Uh-huh. Yep. Wow. Sam JTR, you're a person after my own heart. I love puppets. Yep. Lately, I've recently seen a puppet in Sweet Tooth, the show Sweet Tooth, and if Bobby from Sweet Tooth, a little gopher or maybe groundhog boy, and he's fully a puppet, and if I talk about I love him so much, and if I talk about him too much I will cry, and that's already almost happened on the live stream. So but a soft spot for it's like an Achilles heel weakness for me for puppets. Oh, Bobby had my heart in his first like seconds on screen. Mm-hmm. Oh man. Oh man, my sinuses are tickling like I'm gonna cry, but I'm fine. I would die for Bobby. I would kill or die for Bobby. Pretty sure I nearly had a whole aneurysm when it appeared like they might have forgotten him in a pivotal episode. I would kill for Bobby. Good. We should all kill for Bobby. We stand a little guy. We sure do. Thanks for the follow. And I gotta move that alert box to somewhere where I can see the usernames. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Never seen you so close to violence for a man as Bobby. Yep. Yep. My immediate simultaneous love and heartbreak was so intense that I did not know what was happening to my body. Am I gaining superpowers? Is this like, am I gonna throw up and then be able to climb up walls or something? It was nigh on possession. Muppets was my childhood. I think Muppets were just that they were my pantheon. I'm gonna need everybody's favorite Muppet immediately. Mine's probably quite easy to guess. Is it too basic to say Miss Piggy? Miss Piggy's anything but basic. She's an incredible woman. Love Miss Piggy and Kermit. Yeah. Gonzo has my heart. Mimi Joy, yep. We're on the same page there. Even before I knew he was a bit of a gender. Talking to Muppet Christmas Carol right now. It's my second favorite Muppet movie. The first, in what will be a surprise to no one, being Muppet Treasure Island. Muppets Go to Space is actually also amazing. I was pretty ecstatic about such a Gonzo-centric story. I still have the VHS for Muppet Christmas Carol. Oh my gosh, hold on to that. How can you not enjoy the icon that is Tim Curry? My thoughts exactly. I'm so grateful to Tim Curry for his voice acting career later in life. It's been a narrator of my childhood a bit. Also, Gonzo is a queer icon. You're canonically correct. Oh, amazing work on his audiobooks from the how do you say that? Is it aborcent? Because I read it in middle school. It's just one of those things where you can read a word for 10 years and say it aloud for the first time and get it wrong. But yeah, I like those books a lot. Be 100% down to listen to Tim Curry reading them. I think Tim Curry actually did an audiobook version of Peter Pan. I'm fairly certain that I listened to, like, to go to sleep every night for a little bit there. As a full-grown adult, by the way. This is not a childhood flashback. This is like 2 years ago. Abhorsen, like abhorrent, if you're really emphasizing it. Because I guess that makes sense. Oh. You ever do something, you're just minding your own business in your own body, and you just launch whatever you're doing across the room? No reason. Just get like a little bit haunted for a second. You are your own poltergeist. Dice, a very dear friend of mine who is sometimes in this very chat. I don't think today though, but Dice has dyspraxia, and there's they very respectfully just sort of like digitally slid dyspraxia across the table at me. Whoa. Hello. Vulture. Thank you. Must feed Clunk. Thank you for your doubloons. Let's see. Let's see how Clunk is doing. You got the good chirps. Very happy with all of your doubloons today. Thank you guys so much. One day when he is well fed, I will be able to get a chair that is not... Lou and I went to the hardware store earlier today to get 4 bricks to balance 4 bricks, and we already had a plank. Lou had already saved one to balance my stool on so that it would match the height of my situation here. You know, also bills and things. A tiny short purr. He's very grateful. He's easily pleased. He's got a fast metabolism, but he's easily pleased. One day, if I'm painting something like this again, I found like a finish that you can paint onto paper to make it take watercolors better. It's like a turn your regular sketchbook page into a watercolor page. It's some sort of gesso or something, but I wonder if that would work on the surface of a prop to make it handle paint differently. I bet it would. I hope one of these days Clunk moves or something. I'll let him know. He's not a mimic, but he's very talented, so it might be possible. Yeah, getting somewhere. I don't know if anybody else has this problem, but I always find that I mix way too much paint when I'm mixing paint. It's it makes me feel like I'm destroying the planet. Please share this with the chat. I'd love to feel... Yeah, I feel they need to have less sketchbooks. Yeah. Ew bills, ew adulting, irresponsibility. Where's my whimsical side quest? Here it is. We make our own. I will take a break in just a minute, and while I'm Come on, I'll see if I can find the little tub of it. I just ordered it on Amazon though. It wasn't anything crazy. I didn't have to special order it from anywhere. Think. Go in and lighten some of this up a little bit. Just gonna despeckle. Getting a little more texture in there. Making things look like they are in a sort of random organic pattern while still making them look good is definitely a whole skill set. Tell you what. Excuse me. Such elegant splotches. Thank you. This color I'm adding, it's not exactly it's not the color of the eggshell itself. It's a little darker. It's sort of an in-between. It will also give us some texture on the rest of the shell too. You know, a lot of the time, solid eggshell colors, sometimes they can be pretty clean looking, but no, not always. Always got something going on in there. They do kind of look watercolored, actually. Like they've had a wash watercolor. Yeah, soon. Already mixed matte Mod Podge into this paint, a little bit of it, so I'll probably still go over it with a finish at some point, but it's not as necessary. You can see it's like difference between these and these. Just giving it some depth. The thing about making stuff look organic is making variation in density at every scale. Yeah. Scaling. I mean, you'd be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't, but people might be surprised how much stuff changes. Just from scale alone, just making that one change, you have to do so much differently. Hello. A lit trash gremlin? Hi. Welcome to the chat. Nice to have you here. You sound like my kind of people. You know what? I went to all of this. I mean, not trouble really, but I set this up so that this little dragon could say hello. And I always forget. Thank you, Clunk. He's getting a little cronky. The dragon does not have a name yet. So if you have suggestions, it's just a little guy. Thank you for the follow. Pretty soon I'll be able to actually take subscriptions. Twitch doesn't think I'm a real person yet. That's okay. I did put a lot into this cryptid energy. I'm gonna put William's little menu up. I vote for Silas as a name. Silas was pretty cool. I don't know if he needs to follow the naming convention of everything being a little bit like a bad dad joke here, but Silas is very sophisticated. Here's the William interaction menu, in case anybody's thinking about spending your points. Currently I have it set up so that you just get points by hanging out and watching. And you can spend them to get gifts, advice from William, the Enchanted Wishing Well. Who do we got? Who do we have? Oh, I can see it. Ha! 12 possums in a trench coat. Hello. I remember you. You have redeemed a silver moon coin. Well, in that case, William has some advice for you. Let's see. Well, you heard the guy. You know what to do. Wish the crows were watching me. The corvids do deserve more entertainment. Thank you. Yeah. I agree. That was really cool. Thanks. Welcome to the chat. Faye Trouble. Buddy. Is that who I think it is? This is the Faye Trouble? Are we being visited by cosplay royalty? Internet Hall of Fame star Faye Trouble? No. Well, if it is you, welcome. Hi, buddy. It's been a long time. Happy to have you here. Happy to have you here either way. Absolutely love the vibes here. Thank you. Yeah. Something of a vibe cultivator. Ugh. And saying things like that is exactly why I had my doubts about live streaming. The stuff that would come out of my mouth. Haagen Dice. Hey, hello. We were just talking about you. It's time. Did I do this right? Yeah. Everybody say hello, Haagen Dice. And Faye Trouble. And I add a friendship command for Faye Trouble as well. Just got finished. A long day of stuff. Yeah. I hope it wasn't debilitating stuff. I hope it was engaging stuff. Fun stuff. Adventurous stuff, even. Or at least stuff that's over now. It's not. Party with gentle energy and crafts. Yes. The only party I can attend. Unless there's a dog. I can go to any party if there's a dog. For a time. Mostly engaging, preparing certain things for a certain project. Don't threaten me with a good time. I need to check your my messages in case you have messaged me. No pressure if you haven't. Oh man. Sometimes I think of having ADHD as like all of the stuff that you need to remember and that you have to do is like a carousel. And it's constantly spinning in your mind, but you can only see one section of it. It'll just fly by. Like they're all there, and you know they're there. But you can't see them. I have to go to bed early, because I have to face fear of driving in the morning. You'll be fine. Yeah. Not logically, but getting any feelings to catch up to logic is tough. Yes, that's true. I had a long time when I was really afraid of driving. I had just a really bad episode of anxiety for a long time, and I didn't drive for years, but I recently picked it back up just out of necessity, and it's totally fine. It was not at all what I was fearing it would be. Yeah. Usually people who are worried about driving are going to be safer drivers anyway, I think. At least a little bit. Get on to bed. Good luck. You'll be fine. I was fine. You'll be fine. You're very welcome. Hit the hay. See you next time. Nearing a somewhat satisfied state with his egg. I've become a big fan of good enough. It looks good. It is a good egg. Thank you. Thank you, Haagen-Dazs. Haagen-Dazs is a very skilled prop maker themselves, so it's a nice little confidence boost when I apologize for when I put in the little timers to tell you what to type, I add a space between the exclamation point and the actual chat command when there's not actually a space when you do the command. I just don't know how any of this works, and I don't know if putting a real command in the reminder message will then trigger the command. I'm scared. Should have assumed no worries. I mean, it would be great if I could just work with stuff that's really straightforward. Ooh, who do we got? Small bird. You have successfully redeemed a silver moon coin. That means that William has some advice for you. Here it is. Every now and again, he gives some actual thoughtful advice. Don't tell him I said that. Do the thing scared is so important. I agree. It's been a favorite of mine for a good long time. One thing that my favorite therapist would tell me all the time is that your feelings don't have to mean anything. And she said it, and it was received in a very validating, or I guess invalidating, but in the right way. Like, you don't have to listen to your anxiety. It's not an instinct inherently. It's a coping mechanism. It's not a prophet. fear is an instinct, but we get all thrown out of whack when we get traumatized, or when we have a, you know, a proclivity for it. So it was very good advice from me. William, however, absolutely is a prophet. Yeah, I think I have to agree with you there. Just adding a couple little bits back in where I meant to make it a really big spot, but when I put in the lighter wash, it made it small again. Disconnected my dots. Just doing that, I think. Clunk. Pestering these good people. I'm not even sure what Clunk is. Not a mimic, but something. Yeah, egg. Are eggs like that where baby Clunks come from? How funny would it be? Because Clunk is a bit small. Don't tell him I said that. He's a bit small. So if there was this big ol' egg to hatch something Clunk size, that would be actually delightful. I'm a fan of that. Koyan, hello. Welcome back. God, look at me. I'm like remembering stuff. I'm remembering people. This is great. I feel like my burnout's cured. That has been nice, even just streaming a couple of times so far, though, is that stuff seems to stick better. Like, seeing you guys chat here sticks in my brain way better than seeing a comment somewhere. Like, it just stays longer. Comments are always... Everybody is pretty much very respectful and very cool in my comments. I think I've gotten quite lucky, but it's just, sometimes it becomes a little soupy in here. I mean, there's a state of existence outside of the burnout? Somewhere. This little cottage is outside of time and space. Why can't it be outside of burnout as well? Bigger shell. I am gonna mix up some pearlescent pigment now, because I think, at least for now, we missed the butt. I missed the butt. You have no responsibility here. This isn't your job. Yeah, good enough. Just set him on the side. Like so. He can dry. Shinies, yes. I touched the butt. I sure did. What has been your favorite part of your day or week? Oh. That's a big question for Elmo. It's gonna sound really gay, but my favorite part of my week is snuggling my partner. I get to wake up and snuggle him for as long as I want. Well, in theory. That's a pretty good life. We are doing sparklies now. I am blending together a couple of different little mica pigment powders. Theoretically, you really should have a dust mask on actually when you do this. I can see them floating at exactly snoot level. Lesson learned for next time. Snuggle time is vital. It is. Period. Alright. So I've got this. Don't really need to mix it up yet. I wanted a little bit of a gold-ish looking pearl. I wanted a darker, put a little bit of this bronzy color and a little pink. I don't want it to just be a straight, like shiny, whitish pearl. Pearls have a lot of different color undertones. Oh my god. Maybe you should name the dragon Snoot? That's perfect. Oh my god. His middle name can be Silas. Because I think that's really classy and it's very funny. I think his name is Snoot. Oh my god. Yeah, and it fits with all of the everything here. Put this big egg. I'll just put it up here. It is pearl time. Shinies. Try to put it somewhere. Somebody might actually be able to see it. Wait, this is dry. I can, yeah. Something to put on top of it. What I do here, sparklies. Pearls usually have a satin finish, which is like a little bit shiny. And means what I normally do is I put in a little, if I don't have satin Mod Podge, I put in a bit of matte and then a bit of glossy. Just mix them together. It amounts to about the same thing. Ooh. Don't fling this stuff everywhere. You just need a little bit. Go ahead and replace. Snoot, I love that. Yeah. Snoot, Silas Marlborough. Oh man. I love the vibes, but I don't think Marlborough. I don't think I can say it reliably. That's a discovery I'm just making right now. Yeah. Yeah, his name is Snoot. He loves his new name, Snoot. Mixing a little water in my pearl paint here, and I've already primed this. It's a giant fake pearl. It's like I was talking about earlier, cheating sculptural forms by using giant like Easter eggs, just like plastic ones, or ornaments that you like, the two-part ornament, so you like make your own ornament or whatever. This is just one of those that I've done the same thing. I put putty around the edges, I glued it together, putty around the edges, sanded it, so it's just an orb. Gonna start putting some, ooh, it's beautiful. I love a good sparkle. Pardon me, focusing entirely on this for a minute here. Snoot, protector of the chat. Just gonna let it dry just a little bit so that I can grab it up here when I rotate it and it won't ruin my life. In the meantime, I will send us on a little break. I'll go find that watercolor finish that I was talking about earlier and see if I can find the labels. Hello. Wow. Oh, what? We have been raided. Wow. Lost in Spirals is raiding with a hello. Hello, raiders. Nice to have you in the chat. I don't know what I do. What do you do when you get raided? Thank you. Spiral raid. Alright. Hello. You know what we can do? Cut to commercial. Hi, I'm the Azrai. Sit down, make something whimsical with me, and let yourself experience even just a fleeting moment of joy. You might know me from my little films on TikTok or YouTube, but I'm your local adventure hermit, and I make videos about themed role-playing events, practical effects, storytelling, and crafting. This is an especially juicy crafting project for me, because I was gone for a long time. The past couple years were hard. In fact, in many ways, they sucked rocks. But my partner and I are finally clawing our way out of hell and into a little cottage at the end of the universe. If not physically, then emotionally, at least. So if you want to see what I'm working on, help make it happen, participate in the occasional adventure, or just hang out and do some ADHD body doubling together, I'm making things again. And you're welcome to make them with me. Hello. Lost in Spiral says that they are mainly a VTuber that does a lot of gaming and sometimes mixed content. Ooh, I've been really interested in VTubing. It's so cool. I think it's so innovative. I would love to see more. I'm very, very new to streaming, so as soon as I am out of this, I'll absolutely go and check out your channel. VTubing is a new world for me too, and learning a lot more still. I mean, the process that it takes to learn something like that is impressive in and of itself. I'm excited. I think it's I mean, you almost are partly designing like games, like interactivity with VTubing that I've seen is crazy. I have no idea how people are doing what they're managing. Over here today we are painting. Well, I'm painting. We are talking about Muppets, puppets, Tim Curry. Can see where my brain focuses, but we painted this giant egg. A prop for a character that is supposed to be very, very small. He lives there. And I did go and look for my, it's like a gesso that makes normal paper into watercolor paper, or at least similar, but I couldn't find it just yet. I did find the large acorn that I've already painted for this project. Pretty excited about it. It really makes me want to like paint the finger paint like smiley face on it and do a whole Wilson from Lost thing, except also maybe a bit Shakespearean. I think this acorn is going to be this very small character's best friend. Gets lost in the woods. Gonna go. It's after midnight for me and I need to sleep. Yeah, go sleep. Have a lovely rest of the stream. Have a good sleep. Have you watched the new Jim Henson documentary? I haven't. Is it on Disney? I thought there might have been one on Disney Plus that I haven't seen. I have heard that it might be, at least the part concerning Disney, it might be a bit sanitized. But it does not mean that I will not absolutely be watching it. Watching? Got paint brain. Painting the pearlescent sheen on a giant pearl. The Mod Podge helps it dry. Why am I getting cute aggression for an acorn? I have had the same reaction. I love him. And this, it's another egg. Everything is eggs. This is another giant Easter egg. That I just did the same thing. I puttied the edges and sanded it and painted it. And these are, this is craft foam. And I just rolled the craft foam. I didn't even use any heat on it or anything. Just hot glued it in place. And this is foam clay from Dollarama, which turns out is great. What is wrong with Dollarama that it keeps giving me like the cheapest foam clay available? Eggs all the way down. Easter eggs in real life. Yep. We might have just stocked up on some Easter eggs. Just is a surprisingly common sculptural form. Very handy. I'm I might even use them for pauldrons. Everything will be eggs. This is my problem. I'm very impatient. I want to paint the rest. The egg warrior. Mm-hmm. Real life Easter eggs. Is it cake, but is it egg? Genuinely, we could play that game with some of my costumes. And now we might. Thank you. Did I pick this up too early? Who knows? If you can see my fingerprints when I'm done. Yes. Well, now I can't put it down. That was pretty crazy, though. Pretty big difference in just 2 little coats. This is a good sheen, a good color for this pearl as well. I'm happy with this. I like to prime everything in gray. I feel like it... Maybe it's just a carryover from painting miniatures, actually. I don't know. But it might be for the same reason that when you do projector screens, it's good to have them in gray because it doesn't wash out your image. Very good egg. Can Snoot hoard it? The pearl? He might. Maybe I'll make a little thing. Could be sitting on a pile. Treasures. If there's an Easter egg shortage, we know who caused it. You might. Nobody look at me. I have to mix up a little bit more of our sparkle. Sparkle first. What color chicken lays pearl eggs? That's actually a pretty cool little world building question. I want that magical creature in my bestiary. Oyster chickens. That's quite possibly the most accursed creature I could have never thought up myself. I love it. I feel like trying to draw what that would be, you'd eventually land on just a crab. Some kind of crab. I don't want to think about oyster chickens, that's horrific. Deep sea chook. Chook? Are you Australian? Do more people than just Australians call chickens chooks? All things evolve to crab. Even in creature design. A chicken crook. Chooks is a... I have heard my Australian partner and friends call chickens chooks sometimes. That was too much. That was a lot. Oh well. More glitter. Just ordinary oysters, except huge, and they have chicken wings. Yeah. I can accept that. I'm so excited for when the Haagen-Dazs starts streaming. That's going to be a great day for me. Always just been an incredible presence online, period. Anything they make, just a delight to watch. But also, it will be very nice for me to be able to sort of hang out with my friends using live streaming as the medium again, because that's kind of what it felt like when we were all making videos and talking to each other pretty constantly about all that. It's just another way to hang out. And now here we are again. It will mean a lot to me to hear all my friends' voices, or a lot of them. In case anybody needed any more proof of how amazing and kind a person Haagen-Dazs is, one time when I was having a really hard time, having a lot of anxiety, like to the point where it was just hard for me to go to sleep, Haagen-Dazs and Alice, their spouse, would video chat and just like read me stories, like bedtime stories. So I fell asleep. It was very kind. I think about that often. So that is the kind of person that you will be receiving the beautiful gift of live streaming content from at some point in the future, if I have anything to do with it. That was actually fun for me, though. Well, that makes it nicer. And it really did help. Got to the point where there was one time where I think they might have been telling me a story for a good long while, but I had fallen asleep like right away. Bedtime story streams are gooted. Yep. Yeah, I agree. A lot of my live stream will be storytelling as it happens. Good. I'll be there with tea and a blanket. Same. You just made pumpkin pie. Do you have a recipe that you prefer, that you like? I really like to bake. I'm entering my Ghibli baker era. And that sounds amazing. I love pumpkin pie. It's one of the things that even I recognize is very stereotypically American about me is that I love pie. I actually haven't kept any or made much in the house because I will eat it. You look like a Ghibli baker. Clunk. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption. To hold this. I've painted around too much of it. I can't put it down. Trapped myself. But it looks pretty good. Looks pretty pearly. I think once this is dry, I'm gonna go make dinner. You guys have helped me get through a gallery of giant props. Really though, this has been incredibly helpful. I have been meaning to just paint these two things for months. It's been months. They've just been sitting perfectly ready and waiting. So this body doubling stuff. It's the good kush. Merlin the Wizard. Hello, Your Majesty. Makes nothing but scones. Jam with cream and I love pie too, but I'm not American. Just had an extra pumpkin. That is giving witch vibes, but like the cool ones. Not scary ones. It's giving like practical magic witch. Comforting witch energy. Oh, I missed a spot, which you're not supposed to fix by just laying on a really thick coat of whatever paint. That's not the advised solution, but if I just leave it to dry, don't touch it. Hobbit energy as well. Yes, that is correct. That's good. The streams are great for that. I painted a prop I've been putting off for ages in one of Lou's streams. Yeah. Yep. Who knew? I mean, probably everybody who's been trying to get me to stream for 34 years. But this stuff packs a punch. Very grateful to everyone for hanging out with me while I do this. I have no idea how many of you are here actually, but thank you. All right, I have to thank you for the follow. I have to put this down or I will smudge my little fingers. I will unpearl the pearl. I'm going to put up the Wellium menu again. If anybody would like advice or a gift from Wellium. I don't think Wellium's done a gift today. So, he could use the practice. Baking magic is very powerful. Agreed. Whoa, we got something. Well, I cannot say your username. Oh, Lord help me. You successful. in... Tillier? Is that the last part? Well, you've redeemed your copper dragon. And so William has a gift for you. S. Thank you. Thank you for saving me. It's not you, it's that my computer screen is far away because I'm very scared of getting water on it because it's a Mac and that it will murder it. Okay, S. This gift from William. I'm so sorry, William. This gift from William is for you. There you go. Take that rune with you. I hope it helps. Merlin the Wizard, that's so wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, it's a good rune. William must like you. We got another. Chai Pie, you have redeemed your copper dragon coin. That means that William has a gift for you as well. Chai Pie, this is for you. Do you get it? Dam water and well water. Hydrate. William got spicy with that one. Yeah. It's a little crunchy, a little crumbly. Everyone hydrate. Mm-hmm. Hello? I must have programmed a hotkey that I did not know I did. It's like my 5th stream, everybody. Thanks for being here. Good. Hydrate. Since we have a couple new people here, and it's Pride Month, guess what? Happy Pride, everybody! Cheers. Happy Pride! Vibes in this chat are immaculate, thank you. Immaculate and gay. I think with this coat on this fake giant pearl, it will be time for me to go make dinner before the household becomes hangry. Good knows we only need one clunk in this house. The cottage is very small, outside of time and space, but still, there's only room for one clunk. Right. It's a bit lumpy, but you know what? Pearls are like that. A hangy curse. Happy Pride Month. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for helping me get through some props that I have been trying to get through for months. Maybe next time I will style the wig for this very small character. That would be fun. What's for dinner, if I may ask? I have no idea. Probably something with chicken. Yeah. There might be a chicken and salad and potatoes situation happening. We we are big HelloFresh fans in this house because I think the hardest part of ADHD and cooking is eliminated. At least the everyday cooking stuff. Pie-filled pie. Oh my god. I'll figure it out. Don't tempt me. Have you ever thought about participating in Art Fight? I don't know what it is. I've seen it. I've seen it mentioned. I know the word, but I don't know what Art Fight is. So maybe I'll look it up now. HelloFresh, please sponsor. I wouldn't say no. I usually don't. I do not provide commercial acting as a service because I do not like to sell things. I'm not. The kind of autism I have does not allow it. I'm not like bad at it, but it makes me feel like my stomach is eating itself. It's just not fun for me. However, since I already use HelloFresh, I wouldn't mind. Makes you feel icky. True, yeah. Usually, if I want to work with a brand or something, I will do a photo shoot or something with the products. So, and it obviously for that reason it would be like a narrative photo shoot. So I do costume photos, almost like a series of illustrations, fantasy illustrations, but with photos. And that's how I like to work with brands. I like to make art. I'm not an influencer, I'm a creator. Which I did not intend for that to sound snobby at all. There is a difference. The difference is I'm not a salesman. I'm autistic. Anyway. Thank you all for being here. An artiste. Not an artist. Not a salesman. I'm a wizard. Yeah. That's exactly it. Thank you all for understanding. You are a good crowd. Can't get over how cool the background looks. I keep staring at it. Thank you. It's a big projector screen. Shh, don't tell anybody. You can make a really big projector screen by just getting 2 layers of gray spandex, hanging them up together. It's one of the best projector screens that you can find. It's just that. Just as an aside. With that, I think we've got this pearl, and hold on, I do want to make sure, okay, the little stand is not denting it, so I can leave it there to dry, which means that I have to go before I get my little goblin hands on it and destroy the paint job. Yeah. 2 layers spandex. And with that, I will play us out. I'll play us out with some bardic tunes that are very hard to hear anywhere else. And maybe I'll find somebody to raid. But until then, enjoy. He had to get one more in. Just one more in. Alright. I'll play us out, find someone to raid. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the doubloons. Despite Clunk's complaining, he will go to bed much more full tonight than he would have otherwise. I'm very grateful. See you guys next time. Bye.
docks and our clothes boys are all in the pond. Heave Apollo, heave away, way, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cable's all stored. Soon we'll be warping her out through the locks. Where the pretty young Jennies come down in their frocks. Heave Apollo, heave away, way, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cable's all stored. Come breast the bars, bullies, and heave her away. Soon we'll be rolling the big frothing bay. Heave Apollo, heave away, way, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cable's all stored. Sing goodbye to Sammy and goodbye to Sue. For we are the bullies who are kicking her through. Heave Apollo, heave away, way, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cable's all stored. Oh, hand the stout capstan and earn all your pay. Them Bodachi ships won't be waiting all day. Heave Apollo, heave away, way, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cable's all stored. Heave away, bullies, you parish-rigged bums. Roll and go. Take your hands from your pockets and don't suck your thumbs. Heave Apollo, heave away, way, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cable's all stored. Let's get the glad rags on and drive her to sea.